Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Casual American English. I'm Sarah, your main host, and Mike is here with me today.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's not just about English, it's about the future of human life.
Exactly. Today's conversation is about human life in 2050. But we are not going to talk only about simple things like flying cars or smart homes.
Right? Those things are interesting, but the future could be much bigger than that.
Yes, by 2050, many parts of human life may change deeply. The way we work may change. The way we learn may change. The way we live on Earth may change. The way we understand health, privacy, money, relationships, identity, and even reality may change.
That sounds dramatic, but honestly, it's possible. Technology is moving fast. Climate problems are becoming more serious. Artificial intelligence is changing jobs. Medicine is improving. And people are already asking big questions about what it means to be human in a digital world.
Exactly. So in today's podcast, Mike and I will make predictions. Some predictions are positive, some are worrying. Some may sound exciting, some may sound scary. And of course, we don't know exactly what will happen. These are not facts about the future. They are possible futures based on the direction the world is already moving.
That's important. We're not saying this will definitely happen. We're saying this could happen, this might happen, or there's a real chance this may happen.
Exactly. And as you listen, you will hear many useful English expressions for predictions, opinions, agreement, disagreement, uncertainty, and serious discussion. Expressions like, I wouldn't be surprised if... There's a good chance that I'm not completely convinced. That could create a serious problem. In the best-case scenario, in the worst-case scenario. Only time will tell.
That's great for English learners because real conversations are not always simple. Sometimes people discuss big ideas, and you need language for uncertainty, possibility, and opinion.
Exactly. So listen carefully, think deeply, and at the end, we'll ask you questions so you can share your own predictions. Let's begin. Mike, when you imagine the year 2050, do you think life will feel like science fiction?
Honestly, in some ways, yes, but not in the way movies usually show it. I don't think everyone will be flying around in silver clothes with robots walking behind them. I think the future will be strange in a quieter way.
What do you mean by a quieter way?
I mean, the biggest changes may not look dramatic from the outside. For example, your phone may not even look like a phone anymore. Your computer may be inside your glasses. Your assistant may not be a person. It may be an AI that knows your schedule, your voice, your habits, your health data, your work style, and maybe even your emotional patterns. That doesn't look like a spaceship, but it changes your whole life.
That's a really good point. Sometimes the biggest changes are not loud. They become normal. 20 years ago, the idea of talking to people around the world on video, ordering food from an app, using maps that talk to you, or asking an AI to write something for you sounded futuristic. Now, many people do these things every day.
Exactly. So by 2050, people may be using technology that sounds unbelievable to us now, but for them, it will feel normal.
I agree, but I also think life in 2050 will not be the same for everyone. Some people may live in highly advanced cities with AI systems, clean energy, smart hospitals, and fast transportation. Other people may face water shortages, extreme heat, job problems, and unstable living conditions.
That's one of the most important points. The future may not be one future. It may be many different futures, depending on where you live, how much money you have, what country you're in, and how your society handles change.
Exactly. So when we talk about human life in 2050, we should not imagine only rich countries or only big cities. We should think about the whole world.
And the whole Earth, because by 2050, the condition of the planet may affect almost everything.
Yes, climate, water, food, energy, migration, health, and politics could all be connected. Let's start with artificial intelligence. By 2050, how big do you think AI will be in daily human life?
I think AI may become as normal as electricity. People won't say, I'm using AI all the time. It will just be built into everything. Your school, your car, your doctor's office, your bank, your home, your workplace, your entertainment, and maybe even your relationships.
That's a strong prediction.
I really think so. Today, we open an app and use AI as a tool. But by 2050, AI might be more like an invisible layer around life. It may organize your day, filter your information, help you make decisions, protect your accounts, teach your children, manage your home energy, and even warn you when something is wrong with your health.
In the best case scenario, that could make life easier. People could waste less time on repetitive tasks. AI could help doctors find diseases earlier. It could help students learn in a personal way. It could help small businesses compete. It could help people with disabilities live more independently.
Exactly. Imagine a person who cannot see well. By 2050, AI glasses might describe the world in real time. They might say, there's a chair in front of you, or your friend is smiling, or the bus you need is arriving. That could be life-changing.
That's the good side. But what worries you about AI?
A lot of things. One big worry is control. If AI systems become extremely powerful, who controls them? Governments? Big companies? A few rich people? The public? That question matters.
Yes, because if AI controls information, work opportunities, money systems, education, and security, then whoever controls AI has enormous power.
Exactly. Another concern is dependence. If people use AI for every decision, they may stop thinking deeply for themselves.
That's interesting. So AI could make people smarter in some ways and weaker in other ways.
Yes, it might help us do more, but it might also reduce our patience, memory, creativity, or problem-solving ability if we depend on it too much.
That's a real concern. If AI writes our emails, summarizes our books, plans our meals, chooses our music, gives us answers, and even tells us what to say, we may need to ask, where is the human part?
Exactly. In 2050, one of the biggest skills may not be how do I use AI? It may be how do I stay human while using AI?
Let's talk about jobs. Do you think many jobs will disappear by 2050?
Yes, I think many jobs will disappear, but I also think many new jobs will appear. The problem is the transition.
What do you mean by transition?
I mean the period of change. If AI and robots replace certain tasks quickly, millions of people may need new skills. Some people will adapt. Some people will get better jobs. But some people may be left behind.
That could create serious inequality.
Exactly. In the best case scenario, AI takes over boring, dangerous, and repetitive work. Humans get more time for creative work, caregiving, learning, art, science, community, and personal growth.
That sounds beautiful.
It does. But in the worst case scenario, companies use AI mainly to reduce workers and increase profits, while ordinary people struggle to find stable work.
That's a darker possibility.
Yes, but it's realistic. Technology itself is not automatically good or bad. It depends on how societies use it.
I agree. By 2050, we may need new economic systems. Maybe some countries will experiment with shorter work weeks. Maybe people will work 4 days instead of 5. Maybe some societies will provide basic income. Maybe education will be free or more flexible because people need to retrain many times.
That makes sense. The idea that you study one subject when you are young and then work in the same career for 40 years may become outdated.
Yes, people may have several careers in one lifetime. A person could be a teacher in their 20s, a health tech worker in their 30s, a small business owner in their 40s, and an AI safety specialist in their 50s.
That sounds exciting, but also exhausting.
True. People may feel pressure to constantly update themselves.
That could be one of the hidden problems of the future. Even if technology creates opportunities, people may feel like they can never rest.
Yes, the future may require not only technical skills but emotional strength. People will need adaptability, communication, critical thinking, and mental health support. Now let's talk about health. By 2050, healthcare could be completely different.
I think medicine may become more predictive than reactive.
Explain that.
Today, many people go to the doctor after they feel sick. But in 2050, technology may detect problems before people feel symptoms. Wearable devices, tiny sensors, home health systems, genetic testing, and AI analysis may warn doctors early.
So instead of waiting for a serious illness, the system could say, something is changing in your body. You should check this now.
Exactly. That could save many lives.
In the best-case scenario, cancer and heart disease could be found earlier. Personalized medicine could become more common. Doctors might choose treatments based on your genetics, lifestyle, environment, and health history.
That's powerful. But again, there is a privacy issue. If your health data is collected every day, who owns it? You, the hospital, the insurance company, the government, the company that made the device?
That question is huge. If an insurance company knows your future health risks, could they charge you more? If an employer has access to health predictions, could they avoid hiring someone?
That would be dangerous.
Very dangerous. Health technology could protect people, but it could also be used to discriminate against people.
Another big question is life extension. Do you think people will live much longer by 2050?
Maybe. I think medicine will improve, but I'm not sure if average people will suddenly live to 120. However, I do think more people may live healthier for longer. That means not just living longer, but staying active longer.
That's important. Living longer is not enough if people spend those extra years sick or isolated.
Exactly. The real goal should be a longer, healthy life, not just a longer life.
But if rich people can buy advanced treatments and poor people cannot, then life extension could create a new type of inequality.
Yes. Imagine a world where wealthy people live 20 or 30 years longer than everyone else. That could change politics, wealth, family, and society.
That sounds like science fiction, but it's not impossible.
Now we need to talk about Earth. By 2050, climate change may be one of the biggest forces shaping human life.
I agree. People often think of climate change as an environmental issue, but it's also a food issue, a water issue, a housing issue, a health issue, an economic issue, and a migration issue.
Exactly. Some places may become much hotter. Some coastal areas may face rising sea levels. Some regions may experience stronger storms, floods, droughts, or wildfires.
And that means daily life could change. People may not be able to live comfortably in some areas without advanced cooling systems. Farmers may struggle to grow certain crops. Water may become more expensive or more limited. Insurance may become harder to get in risky areas.
That's a very real possibility. In some cities, people may need to change their schedules because of extreme heat. For example, outdoor work might happen early in the morning or at night. Schools may change hours. Public spaces may need cooling centers.
And some people may move. Climate migration could become a major part of human life by 2050.
Yes, people may leave areas because of heat, water shortages, storms, floods, or failed agriculture. That could put pressure on cities and countries that receive migrants.
This could create political tension, but it could also force societies to become more cooperative.
In the best-case scenario, countries prepare early. They build stronger infrastructure, cleaner energy systems, better water management, climate-resistant housing, and smarter agriculture.
And in the worst-case scenario,
governments ignore the problem until it becomes a crisis. Then people suffer more than necessary.
that's the scary part. The future is not only about what technology can do, it's also about whether humans make wise decisions in time.
Food in 2050 could also look very different.
Yes, I think food may become one of the most important future issues, not just because people need to eat, but because food is connected to climate, land, water, health, culture, and money.
Exactly. By 2050, we may see more vertical farms, indoor farms, lab-grown meat, plant-based protein, drought-resistant crops, and AI-managed agriculture.
That could be good. If farming becomes more efficient, we may waste less water and land. Cities could grow food closer to where people live. People might get fresh vegetables from indoor farms all year.
But there is also a concern. If food technology is controlled by a few large companies, food could become less local and more corporate.
That's true. Food is not only a product, it is culture. It is family. It is memory. It is identity.
Exactly. A grandmother's recipe, a traditional bread, a family dinner, a local market. These things matter.
So in 2050, there may be a conflict between high-tech food and traditional food.
Yes. Some people may love lab-grown meat because it reduces animal suffering and environmental damage. Other people may reject it because it feels unnatural.
And both sides will probably have strong opinions.
Definitely. Also, food inequality may continue. Some people may eat personalized nutrition designed by AI. Others may struggle to afford basic food.
That difference could become one of the biggest moral problems of the future.
Here is a serious prediction. By 2050, privacy may become a luxury.
That sentence is scary, but I understand it.
Think about it. Smart homes collect data. Cars collect data. Phones collect data. Wearables collect health data. Cameras collect images. Online platforms collect behavior. AI systems analyze everything. By 2050, people may live inside a world of constant data collection.
And the average person may not even notice it because it will feel normal.
Exactly. Convenience can make people accept surveillance. If the system makes life easier, people may give up privacy little by little.
For example, you might say, I don't mind sharing my location because it helps me get better services. Then later, I don't mind sharing my health data because it helps me stay healthy. Then, I don't mind sharing my emotions because it helps my AI assistant support me.
And eventually, the system knows almost everything about you.
The question is, can a person be truly free if they are always watched, measured, predicted, and influenced?
That is a deep question. By 2050, privacy may not only mean hiding information, it may mean having space to think without being influenced, space to make mistakes, space to change, space to be human.
I like that. People need private space to grow. If everything is recorded forever, people may become afraid to experiment, speak honestly, or be imperfect.
Exactly. And that could affect creativity, relationships, politics, and mental health. Another big topic is truth. By 2050, do you think it will be harder to know what is real?
Yes, much harder. With AI-generated images, videos, voices, and virtual worlds, people may have a difficult time trusting what they see and hear.
That's already starting now. But by 2050, synthetic media may be extremely realistic. A fake video of a leader, a fake voice message from a family member, or a fake news event could spread quickly.
That could be dangerous. It could affect elections, wars, relationships, business, and personal safety.
Exactly. People may need digital verification systems. Maybe every real video, document, or voice message will need proof.
But then another problem appears. Who controls the verification system?
Exactly. If people cannot trust their eyes, they may trust platforms. But if platforms have too much power, that is also risky.
So in 2050, one of the most valuable skills may be information judgment. Not just reading information, but asking, where did this come from? Who benefits if I believe it? Is this verified? Could this be fake?
Yes, critical thinking may become a survival skill.
That sounds dramatic, but I think it's true.
I do too. Let's talk about education. By 2050, every student may have access to an AI tutor.
That could be amazing. Imagine a child learning math, English, science, or history with a tutor that never gets tired, never gets angry, and explains things in 10 different ways.
Exactly. Students could learn at their own speed. If they don't understand something, the AI could explain it again. If they are advanced, it could give them harder material.
That could help millions of learners, especially people who don't have access to good schools.
In the best-case scenario, AI education could reduce inequality. A student in a small village could access high-quality lessons. An adult worker could retrain for a new career. An immigrant could practice English every day.
But in the worst-case scenario, it could increase inequality. Rich students might get the best human teachers plus the best AI systems. Poor students might get cheap automated education with little human support.
That is a real concern. Human teachers may become even more important, not less.
Why?
Because humans teach more than information. They teach confidence, communication, discipline, empathy, teamwork, and values. A student may need someone who says, I believe in you.
An AI can say those words, but it may not feel the same.
Exactly. By 2050, the best education may combine AI support with human connection.
That sounds balanced.
What about relationships? Do you think human relationships will be better or worse in 2050?
Both. People may be able to connect across distance more easily than ever. Families separated by countries may meet in realistic virtual spaces. Friends may hang out in digital rooms. People may translate languages instantly. That's the good side.
And the bad side?
People may become lonelier. If digital connection replaces physical connection too much, humans may feel emotionally empty.
I agree. A virtual conversation can be useful, but it may not replace sitting with someone in real life. Sharing food, walking together, holding someone's hand, being present.
Exactly. Another big topic is AI companions. By 2050, some people may have AI friends, AI romantic partners, or AI emotional support systems.
That sounds possible. And for some people, it may help. Someone who is lonely, elderly, disabled, or isolated may feel comfort from an AI companion.
Yes, but there is a darker side. If AI companions are designed to be perfect for you, always patient, always agreeable, always available, real humans may feel too difficult.
That's a deep point. Real relationships require compromise. People disagree. People have needs. People get tired. People make mistakes.
An AI companion might not challenge you in the same way.
Exactly. So by 2050, society may need to ask, are AI companions helping human connection, or are they replacing it?
That question is going to be huge.
Here's a bigger question. By 2050, do you think the meaning of being human may change?
Yes, I think it might. Not because humans will stop being humans, but because technology may enter parts of life that used to feel deeply personal.
For example,
Memory?
health, communication, creativity, maybe even the brain. If brain-computer interfaces improve, some people may control devices with their thoughts. People with paralysis may move robotic arms. That would be incredible. That could be one of the most positive uses of technology. It could give independence to people who lost movement or speech.
Exactly. But later, people may use brain technology for other things. Faster communication, memory support, enhanced focus, maybe even entertainment.
That raises serious ethical questions. If some people can enhance their brains and others cannot, does that create a new class system?
Yes, not just rich and poor, enhanced and non-enhanced.
That sounds like science fiction, but it is a real question.
Also, what happens to personal identity if your memories, habits, voice, and personality can be copied digitally?
You mean digital versions of people?
Yes, by 2050, people may create digital copies of themselves. Maybe your family can talk to an AI version of you after you die.
That is both beautiful and disturbing.
Exactly. For someone grieving, it may bring comfort. But it may also make it harder to accept loss.
And it raises the question, is a digital copy really you, or is it just a simulation based on your data?
I think it's a simulation, but emotionally, people may not feel that difference.
That could create a lot of confusion. Let's talk about power. By 2050, politics may become more digital, more global, and more complicated.
Yes, cybersecurity may be as important as physical security. Countries may fight not only with weapons, but with information, data, hacking, economic pressure, and AI systems.
That's already happening in some ways. By 2050, it could become more advanced.
Exactly. A cyber attack could shut down electricity, hospitals, banks, transportation, or communication systems. That means digital systems must be protected like national borders.
Also, AI could influence public opinion. If millions of fake accounts can create messages, videos, and arguments, people may not know what real public opinion is.
That could damage democracy.
Yes, in a healthy society, people need shared facts. If everyone lives inside a personalized information bubble, it becomes hard to solve problems together.
That's true. By 2050, people may need new forms of digital citizenship.
What do you mean?
People will need to understand privacy, misinformation, online manipulation, AI-generated content, and digital rights. Just like children learn reading and math today, they may need to learn digital survival skills.
That is a great phrase. Digital survival skills. Cities in 2050 could look very different. Some may become cleaner, greener, smarter, and more livable. Others may struggle.
Yes, a successful city in 2050 may need good public transportation, clean energy, affordable housing, heat protection, water management, and strong internet infrastructure.
And if a city fails to adapt?
Life could become very difficult. Housing may become too expensive, traffic may become worse, heat may become dangerous, Poor neighborhoods may suffer more from pollution and climate problems.
That's important. The future of cities is also a question of fairness. Smart cities should not only serve wealthy areas.
Exactly. Imagine one part of a city has clean air systems, green parks, shaded streets, and efficient transport, while another part has heat, pollution, and poor housing. That would create deep social tension.
In the best-case scenario, cities become more human-centered. More walking areas, more trees, more community spaces, better transportation, cleaner air, less loneliness.
I like that future.
Me too. But it requires planning. Cities don't become better automatically. Now, what about space? Do you think normal people will live on Mars by 2050?
I'm not sure about normal people. Maybe some scientists, engineers, or very wealthy people, but I don't think millions of people will live on Mars by 2050.
I agree. Space is exciting, but it is extremely difficult.
However, space technology may affect life on Earth. Satellites may improve internet access, weather prediction, climate monitoring, farming, disaster response, and navigation.
That's a good point. The space economy may grow even if most humans still live on Earth.
Exactly. There may also be debates about who owns resources in space. If companies mine the moon or asteroids, who benefits?
That sounds like a future political issue.
Definitely. Space may not be just science. It may become business, law, power, and competition.
But I hope it also creates cooperation. Seeing Earth from space can remind people that we share one planet.
That's beautiful. And maybe by 2050, we will need that reminder more than ever.
Let's imagine the best-case scenario. What does a good 2050 look like to you?
A good 2050 would be a world where technology helps people instead of controlling them. AI helps doctors, teachers, farmers, workers, and families. Clean energy reduces pollution. Healthcare becomes more preventive. Education becomes more available. People work less but live better. Cities become greener, and humans use technology to solve real problems, not just to make more money.
I love that. For me, the best-case scenario is a future where progress is shared. Not only rich people get better healthcare. Not only wealthy countries get clean technology. Not only big companies benefit from AI. Regular people should benefit too.
Exactly. The future should not just be advanced, it should be fair.
Yes, a good future is not only smarter machines, it is healthier families, safer communities, cleaner air, meaningful work, and human dignity.
That sounds like the kind of future worth building.
Now let's imagine the worst-case scenario. What worries you the most?
A world where technology becomes powerful, but society becomes weaker. People are watched all the time, jobs are unstable, climate disasters increase, truth becomes harder to find. Rich people live in protected smart zones, while poor people deal with heat, pollution, and insecurity. People are connected to machines but disconnected from each other.
That is a dark picture.
It is, but I think we need to talk about it because bad futures often happen when people ignore warning signs.
I agree. For me, the worst-case scenario is not robots taking over the world like in movies. It is humans losing control slowly, little by little, giving up privacy for convenience, giving up thinking for easy answers, giving up community for digital comfort, giving up fairness for profit.
That's powerful.
The danger may not come all at once. It may come through small choices that seem harmless.
That's probably the most realistic, scary future. Not one huge disaster, but many small losses.
Exactly.
So Sarah, if 2050 could be amazing or dangerous, what should humans do now?
I think we need to focus on 5 things. First, education. People need to understand technology, climate, health, and information. Second, fairness. Progress should help many people, not only a few. Third, privacy. People need rights in the digital world. Fourth, climate action. We need to protect the planet that supports human life. And fifth, human connection. We need to protect real relationships, families, communities, and emotional health.
That's a strong list. I would add one more thing, responsibility. Every generation likes to say the future will be different. But the future is not something that just happens. People build it, governments build it, companies build it, teachers build it, parents build it, workers build it, voters build it.
Yes, The future is not only a prediction, it is a responsibility.
Exactly. If people want a better 2050, they cannot wait until 2049 to start caring.
That's a great line. Before we finish, let's review useful expressions you heard in this conversation. These are great for talking about the future in English. 1. There's a real chance that... Example, there's a real chance that AI will change many jobs. 2. I wouldn't be surprised if... Example, I wouldn't be surprised if smart homes become normal. 3. In the best-case scenario... Example, in the best-case scenario, technology helps everyone. 4. In the worst-case scenario... Example, in the worst-case scenario, inequality becomes worse. 5. That could create a serious problem. Example, if people lose privacy, that could create a serious problem. 6. It depends on how we use it. Example, AI could help or harm society. It depends on how we use it. 7. That raises an important question. Example, health data can save lives, but it raises an important question about privacy. 8. We need to think carefully about... Example, we need to think carefully about who controls AI. 9. It may not happen everywhere. Example, self-driving cars may become common, but it may not happen everywhere. 10. Only time will tell. Example, will humans live on Mars by 2050? Only time will tell. Now it is your turn. Answer these questions in the comments. What do you think human life will be like in 2050? Do you think AI will help people more or hurt people more? What future technology are you excited about? What future problem worries you the most? Do you think privacy will still exist in 2050? Do you think people will be happier in 2050? What should humans do now to build a better future?
Try to answer with complete English sentences. For example, I think AI will help people, but it may also create job problems. I am worried about privacy in the future. I believe humans should protect the Earth and use technology carefully.
Today, we talked about human life in 2050. We discussed artificial intelligence, jobs, healthcare, climate change, food, privacy, truth, education, relationships, human identity, cities, space, and the future of society.
Some predictions were exciting, and some were worrying.
Exactly. The future may bring amazing progress, but it may also bring serious challenges. The most important question is not only, what will technology do? The bigger question is, what will humans choose to do with technology?
That's the real question.
Yes. Thank you for listening to this daily American casual English conversation. Listen again, repeat useful sentences, and write your own predictions in the comments. Subscribe for more real English conversations, vocabulary lessons, reading practice, listening practice, and common English mistakes. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike.
Keep practicing, keep thinking, and keep speaking English. The future is coming, but your English can improve today.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.